Hey guys, and welcome back to Professor Layton and the Curious Village. Our story so far. In the course of their afternoon-long investigation through St. Mystere, Luke and Layton stumble on a rumour about some mysterious kidnappings. The professor has a hunch that Ramon's disappearance and these kidnappings must be connected. In a quest for further details, the intrepid pair continue their search of St. Mystere into the night. So I believe Ramon just turned up at the manor, despite us earlier seeing him being kidnapped. So some interesting developments happening here. Hello, fat man. No matter how I try, I just can't seem to find that special someone. Tell me, Professor, what does an eligible bachelor like myself have to do to find a girl? I had an epiphany the other day. I think the reason I'm alone is because I can't solve this puzzle. Oh, how I've tried to solve it, but no matter how many nights I spend pondering it, the answer eludes me. Please help me, Professor. I don't want to spend the rest of my life talking to my stuffed animals. Puzzle number 12. Make a rectangle with 40 picarats. If you want to cut the piece of paper shown in diagram 1 into 2 pieces, and then reassemble them to form a rectangle, all you have to do is cut the paper as shown in diagram 2. However, in order to assemble the pieces as shown in diagram 2, you need to flip one of the pieces over before putting them together. Where should you cut the paper if you want to turn the paper in diagram 1 into a rectangle without flipping either of your 2 pieces? Goodness. What kind of cut can we make? Okay, only one it looks like. Oh, no, hang on. Righto, can we not just do like this? Probably not, right? Let's use a hint coin. The example shape that the puzzle shows you isn't at all indicative of the shape you're looking for. Think about a totally different shape you'd like to try. I really would just like to do like this. That's a rectangle, correct? Two pieces though, so I guess that wouldn't work. It's gonna be something real weird. The paper has a total area of 15 squares. Since you're trying to assemble a rectangle, the only dimensions possible are 3 by 5 or 5 by 3. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so then I think we've established by now that my spatial, visual reasoning isn't the best. So we're going to have to use another hint coin, I think. Look for a piece that can help you complete a rectangle that's 5 squares tall. Now that you know the height of your rectangle, you should be able to narrow down your options a little. Okay. Piece that can help you complete a rectangle that's 5 squares tall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it has to go this way. No, that doesn't work, does it? No. Yeah, get rid of that. so if it's 5 squares tall, that has to be 3 wide. Which means that it's going to be this. 2, 3, 4, 5. So that can slot in there. Yeah, there we go. Psh, totally didn't take me 12 minutes. That's right. Now that you know the answer, the puzzle seems quite simple, doesn't it? Oh joy, I'm positively tingling with excitement. That's because it's ASMR. With that puzzle solved, I'm sure I'll find a bride in no time. Thank you, sir. What if the hint coins are back? Hidden puzzle. Nope. Inspector Chelmy and Madam have already retired for the night. Ramon is likely off to the cafe. You've had a very hard day, Professor. Do try and get some rest. Good night, sir. It says head back to the manor. Am I not in the manor? Where am I going? Oh, God. I wonder if we really did just mistake what we saw in the street. No, I'm certain that it was Ramon. When we saw him, there wasn't the slightest hint of life in him. He may have lost consciousness, but how odd that he should return healthy as can be an hour later. Stranger still is the fact that he seems to have no memory of what we saw happen to him. It's so peculiar. Plus, Ramon wasn't even the first. Lots of people seem to have had the same experience. Any other village would be in a panic over something like this, but St. Mystere, well, it's peculiar, that's all. There is something very peculiar about this whole town. Yes, in most places, no one would stand for this, but we've seen that St. Mystere is anything but normal. Ramon's mystery was added to your list of mysteries. Every day, more questions and no answers. Yes, don't you worry, I'll let him know. Oh, hello there. There was a phone call for you. It was from Inspector something or other. From Inspector Chelmy. He just kept saying that it was urgent and that you should meet him at Reinhold Manor at once. He probably wants to talk about what happened yesterday. Maybe so. We won't know until we get there, though. Come, Luke. No, I was looking for hint coins. Give me a break. There you are, Professor. Would you help a girl out? I've got something here I'd like you to look at. I made this darling sandwich for my special lunchbox, but the silly thing is too big. Can you make it fit? Puzzle number 55, the odd sandwich, worth 20 picarats. Using scraps left over from your breakfast, you've managed to cobble together a rather oddly shaped sandwich. How many times must you cut the sandwich in order to make it fit neatly into the container? Oh boy. It's hard to tell without being able to slice up the bits. 2, 3. It's probably some weird way of cutting it. Gonna start with 3. Nope. Thought that'd be too easy. There's an easy way to make the sandwich fit into the container. Says you. Check out some hints, I guess. Have you thought of turning the sandwich to get a fresh perspective on the puzzle? It may sound slightly ridiculous, but if you do it right, you might be surprised at how everything comes together. Turn the sandwich. Maybe it's 2. So we can have that. Go there. No. Let's try 2. Nope. Hey, can you give me some puzzles that aren't about like estimating and stuff? You won't have much success solving this puzzle if all you're doing is looking at the image provided. Try rotating the sandwich 90 degrees to the left or right. Yep, so that's 2 hint coins wasted just telling me to rotate the sandwich. So if you kind of like this, then we have a triangle that I guess can be chucked like here. And let's say the problem is the sandwich is like way bigger than this box. They need to make it like they need to clearly make it the same size. Let's try 1. Probably wasn't even the way that I estimated. It was not. Great. That's right. This puzzle is a snap once you see how the sandwich's protruding edges fit together. Yeah, totally knew that. Oh, Professor, you're just the cleverest. Thanks for helping me figure this out. Probably Layton. Luke probably likes fancy stuff. Meet Chelmy at the manor. Get out. Oh look, Professor, I found a hidden puzzle. 30 cigarettes. Great, another match puzzle. A town not far from your home recently opened a ritzy hotel for pets. Can you guess what kind of animal is currently relaxing in room 097? Move 2 matches to form the answer on the screen below. Well, I feel like it's cat, but I can't seem to. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Finally an easy puzzle. Very nice. To be a pampered pet. That was a cinch. Let's see what Mario has for us. Looks like you fellows are getting used to St. Mystere, but stay sharp. Believe me, you'll be buried in all sorts of difficult puzzles before you can shout. Oh, come on. Stash and scarfing. By now, I'm sure you've realised that you can retry the puzzles you failed to solve, eh? However, have you noticed how some puzzles just seem to vanish before you can come back to them? Get back to them, whatever. That's right. You see, that's the way it is with some things in life. Once they're gone, they're gone. For good. But rest at ease, you two. Those puzzles you thought had vanished have merely moved elsewhere. You must seek out Granny Riddleton's shack. It's a strange old building, so it should be easy enough to spot. But don't get sloppy just because you know how to retry puzzles now. There's no honour in laziness. Now that you've got the lowdown on puzzles in town, let me throw a puzzle your way to keep you sharp. Puzzle number 56, The Lazy Guard. 30 picarats. The local museum has an exhibit that spans 9 rooms, as shown in the diagram below. The entrance to the complex is marked by A, and the exit is marked by B. The security guard on duty is a bit of a loafer and wants to walk each room of the exhibit while turning as few times as possible. What is the fewest number of turns he can make while still visiting every room? As an example, the diagram below shows a course that involves 6 turns. Okay. Fewest turns. 1, 2, 3. No, hang on. 1 turn, 2 turns, 3 turns, 4, 5, 6. No. Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. 1, 2, 3. No, I'm doing this wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you not just walk back out? 5. Let's grab a hint. First off, pay no mind to the sample path shown on the screen. Here's an additional hint for you. Nowhere within the problem does it say the guard can only enter each room once. It's okay for your path to move back through a previously visited room. Okay. Do you reckon that's it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe. Right, so we got 5 so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Keep doing that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I reckon it's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go 5. No, of course not. Let's grab another hint. Has the layout of the rooms and the sample path shown made you feel like all your turns need to be 90 degrees? This puzzle wants you to find the solution with the fewest number of turns. This means that movement will always be in a straight line, but the angle of any given turn is up to you. Huh. Okay, it's weird. So what I can go like... Hang on. Like this. I guess, maybe. One. It's okay, so walks in the room, turns once. One turn, 2 turns, 3 turns, 3 maybe. Let's try 3. Nope. There's no reason the guard should have to enter the exhibit at an angle parallel to the room. True. Consider a path that starts with the guard entering from a 45-degree angle. Don't forget you can move through the same room twice. 45-degree angle. So like he's walking this way but facing this way. Or you could guess we go like this. Which means he's not really turning. 1, 2, 3. Or even better, 1, turn, no, hang on. Turn once here. Turn once here. So 2. And I'm gonna look really dumb if that's not what the diagram, like with the path, was that. Oh cool, no, it was that. That's right. If the security guard takes a path like the one shown above, he can finish his patrol of all 9 rooms in just 2 turns. Since the example shows the guard turning right angles to go from room to room, it's easy to assume that your solution works the same way even though that's not the case. Now that's what I like to see. Seems the training I've been giving you has paid off. No need to thank me. Anywho, be be seeing you around. Desk, Layton. I think I'm giving Layton everything and Luke nothing. I'm definitely going the wrong way. Trying to scrape together some more hint coins, considering we keep using them all, because I'm crap. Let's see what this dude's got for us. Hey, Professor. Looking busy as usual, yep. Oh, I've got this puzzle I just can't figure out on my own here. Can you lend me your thinking cap? Puzzle number 57. Cut which one? 30 pickrats. Below are 6 linked rings. They may look like a tangled mess, but there is one ring that, if cut away, would leave the remaining 5 rings connected end to end in a long chain. Which one must you cut in order to make the chain? Choose one answer from below. And I can't even draw. Excellent. I feel like it's one of the middle ones. So if you cut E... Hang on, let me read this again. If cut away, okay. So if we get rid of E, then F and C are connected, C and B are connected. But then B, D and A are connected. So what if we go D? Get rid of D. Hang on, let's go E again. F and C are connected. C and B are connected. B goes under C and through D. So let's get rid of D. Then A and B are connected. B and E aren't connected. So D. To get rid of D, I'm pretty sure. Cool. Good job. If you examine the connections for each ring, the answer is surprisingly easy, isn't it? Ah, so that's how you do it, yeah? I can finally rest at night. This thing was bugging me for days. Let me tell you something neat. And by neat, I really mean terrifying. The thing is that I've actually seen that old man with the big sack coming out of that tower up north. I bet you dollars to donuts that he's the one behind all these disappearances. I wonder what he does up there. Wait, no, I don't even want to think about it. It's just too scary. Pile of books. Let's go, Luke. I'm definitely putting things in the wrong room. Let's check out Granny Riddleton's shack. Sweet, we haven't missed any. Doing too well. Does that mean we have... How is this not working then? I guess we're missing an ear still, but... Apparently we haven't been missing any, puzzles. It's like Animal Crossing. Hang on a sec. They both want the bookshelf. But Layton likes the stool. Luke likes the chair. Layton doesn't like the desk. Alright, that seems to be what they both want so far. Painting, I doubt we can do anything with at the moment. Yeah, no. At the manor. Okay, we have to go to the manor. It's not going to let us explore. Boring. What's that on the ground? It looks like a scrap of notepaper. What's it say, Luke? Well, let's see here. It's just terrible. Lady Violet has an awful case of the flu and hasn't left her bed for days. I'm no doctor, so I can't think of any way to help her. Oh, what to do, what to do. Lady Violet. Oh, this journal must be talking about Baron Reinhold's first wife. My heart is heavy as I write these words. The loss of his wife has completely crushed the boss. If only there was something I could do to help. He walks around looking like he's had the wind knocked out of him. And that's the end. Gosh, whoever wrote this must have cared an awful lot for the Baron and his family. Oh, great, another one. Oh look, another candle, Luke. That reminds me, have you heard this one before? Light which one? Puzzle 33 worth 20 picarats. You have only one match left. You want to light the room with an oil lamp, start a fire to warm the room, and heat your bath water. In order to complete all of the above actions, which of these should you light first? The match. Hardy, 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 har. So funny. That's right. The first thing you need to light is the match itself. Without a fire source, how could you possibly start to take care of the lamp, bathwater, or fireplace? I said bathwater weird there. Wonderful work, Luke. That is indeed the answer. I don't see anyone minding the shop at the moment. Perhaps we should leave for now. Layton, because I don't think Layton has a bed. Just want to see if there's any coinage in here. Doesn't look like it. Oh god. Those candles look absolutely scrumptious, don't they? Oh, candies. I was going to say gross. Luke, those candies just gave me a splendid idea for a puzzle. Have a listen to this. Candy jars. Puzzle number 32 worth 30 picarats. You have 10 jars filled with 50 pieces of candy each. Okay. You then pour the candy into small bags and attempt to get half a jar in each bag. Now you have 20 bags of candy. What is the percentage likelihood that there are an average of 25 pieces of candy in a single sack? 100%. Nice try. Very good. You had 50 pieces of candy in 10 jars, giving you a total of 500 pieces of candy. You divided 500 pieces into 20 bags, so of course the mathematical average of this will be 25 pieces a bag. There we are. Once you discern what the question is saying, the problem is a rather simple one, isn't it? Hey, there we go. Finally. And if you tell me it's not done now. Nope, we're still missing a leg. Oh my god. I was so excited. I thought I finally finished him. You broke my heart. Huh? Look, there's a hole in that boat there. Oh, Professor, that reminds me. Have you ever heard the one about the sinking ship? Puzzle number 13, sinking ship. 30 picarats. SOS. 15 people are trapped aboard a ship that's going to sink in exactly 20 minutes. Their only chance for survival is the 5-person life raft stowed on their vessel. To make matters worse, the waters around the ship are teeming with man-eating sharks, so swimming to safety is out of the question. A round trip to the nearest island and back to the boat takes 9 minutes on the raft. How many people will live to see dry land? This is grim. Okay, 15 people, 5-person life raft. Alrighty. So, the first time the boat goes over takes 5 people. 1 has to go back with the boat. 1, and that's 9 minutes, yeah. 15 people, okay. I think this is about to get really grim. So 5 people go over, 5, 4 stay, 1 goes back, and that's 9 minutes, yeah, 9-minute round trip. Round trip to the nearest island and back to the boat takes 9 minutes. Okay. Then we go back again with 4 more. Becomes 8 and back. 1 is another 9 minutes, so now we're up to 18 minutes with 8 people saved. Then take 1 more. Load of 5 people, so 13, I guess. $13. Four and a half, yeah. I'm gonna say 13. Because it's 4. Yeah. Unfortunate for those last 2. Nicely done. A moment of silence for the 2 who didn't make it, please. Wow, great answer, Professor. It took me 5 times as long to get that one. The cat, as usual, doing nothing productive. Well, if it isn't Claudia out and about. And that reminds me of a puzzle. give it a try, my boy. Puzzle number 60. Weighing cats. 30 big rats. There are 3 different colours of plush cats before you. The colour of a cat denotes its weight. Examples 1 and 2 show their relative weights. You have 3 red cats and 4 black cats loaded on one side of the scale. On the other side of the scale, there are 4 white cats and 1 black cat. Given this setup, will the scale tip left, tip right, or stay level? Tap your answer on the touchscreen. Wish I could write down 4W equals 5B. And 2B plus 1W equals 3R. One, two, three, 4 whites. Okay, so 4 whites equals 5 blacks, correct? So then 4 whites and a black is equal to 3, 4 blacks and 3 reds. 3 reds is equal to 1 white and 2 blacks. Okay, so these 3 reds on the left here are equal to 1 white, 1 black, and 1 more black. And it looks like a white is about 4/5 of a black. No, that's not right. Blacks are 4/5 of a white. I think, because it's 4 whites divided by 5 blacks are the same. Okay. Whew, this is really difficult. I'm going to take a hint. Use the results of examples 1 and 2 to simplify the relative weight of the groups of cats being weighed. Look closely to find an accurate equivalent. Yeah, thanks. Really helpful. So basically, what do we just say? If we subtract 1 white, then we have to subtract 1 1/4 blacks. So this 3 reds are equal to 1, 2, 3 1/4 blacks. Three reds, so a red is heavier than a black. Red is heavier than a black, and a white is heavier than a black. God, I feel like it's going to be way to the left, to be completely honest. Let's go left. It's probably neither. Oh, no, it is left. Great. That was a complete guess. I'm not even going to pretend that I worked that out properly. Excellent. If you replace the red and white cats with black ones, this puzzle becomes much simpler. Once you make the replacement, you'll have 6 black cats on the right and 6 black cats plus a white one on the left. Thus, the scale must tip to the left. Once you realize how you need to look at things, it's not a terribly difficult problem, is it? Painting scrap. Alright. Gonna head on inside. And before we get too much further, I think I'm going to save and call it an episode. I'd like to thank you for joining me for some more Professor Layton in the Curious Village today. And I hope to see you next time. Bye.